Alright, what's going on, guys? It is still day number 2 here in Loreto, Mexico, fishing session number 3 of this little Mexico series. So this morning, went out, fished for a couple hours. I thought I had a new species, but after doing some research at the hotel when I got back, I realized I did not actually catch any new species. So had to come out here. We got about an hour before sunset, and we're going to try to catch some new species. Did not bring any traditional bait with me, but what I am going to be fishing are these gulp thingies. Sometimes when I'm traveling, it's hard to find bait, so I like to try and bring some artificial bait with me. So I got this at Walmart. I've never fished this before, but we'll try to fish this thing and see if we can catch some fish on this. So goal is a new species, but if not, let's just try to see if these things work. Alright, so let's take a look at this traditional kind of dropper loop setup here. Size 12 hook. I put on a pretty small piece. It kind of comes like almost pre-cut. There's like perforations in it, but that piece would have been way too big for what I'm trying to fish here. It's probably pretty good for like surf fishing or something like that, going for some bigger fish. But let's see what we can get on this little piece here. Got him. First fish of the session. Alright, so we got ourselves a largemouth blanny. Caught plenty of these guys, so not a new species, but at least we know that this little gulp thingy works. So I put a really small piece on, thinking we were going to get some really small fish, and I was right so far. Got him. What is this? Oh, this is something new. Let's go. Alright, so we got ourselves fish number 2. This is some sort of a drum. Definitely related to the hi-hats that we have down in Florida. I don't know if it's like a black croaker or something. It has that little dorsal fin right there like the hi-hats do. And obviously a very drum-like, croaker-like head. So, didn't catch this guy in my last 2 sessions. Oh, he's got some stripes on it too. Now the stripes are coming out. But this little piece of gulp has definitely paid off. So 2 fish so far. One of them's a new species. It's a great session so far. Got him. What is this thing? Another blanny. Alrighty, so largemouth blanny number 2 of the session. By far the most common blanny here, as it's the only one that I've caught over the last 3 sessions now. But let's get it back. I am very pleasantly surprised how well this little gulp thing is working. Got him. Another, no, what is this? This is not a blanny. Alrighty, so I thought this was going to be a blanny. The sun is really in a bad position to get some good pictures and video right now. But this is going to be some sort of a grouper. Not sure on what kind. Obviously a juvenile. Got this barring on it, plus these really, really nice little orange dots on the head there. So we'll see what this is later on, hopefully. But yeah, not a ton of bites, but we've got a couple really cool species here on the little bit of gulp. Got him. Damsel. So I was just thinking how either all the damsels moved out of here when the tide dropped, or they don't like this gulp, because the damsels, these Cortez damsels, were the most common fish that I've been catching here during the first 2 sessions, and then during this session I got none. But apparently either they're coming back as the tide's coming in, or they changed their appetite and they're liking the gulp now, because it's our first one of these guys that we got this session. Got him. What is this little guy? Alright, so the action was great like the first 10 minutes that I was here, and then the last like 40 or so it's been slow pickings. But here's another blanny. I believe it's another largemouth. So not too much going on here, but we got 2 new species pending ID, which is always a good day. Let's get this guy back, and let's fish the last 20 minutes here before sunset. And let's hope we can get some other fish here before we gotta call it a day. Got him. This one's bigger, I think. What is this? It's a sergeant. Alright, so another new species for the session, but again, this is one of the most common fish that I've caught here. Second most common to the Cortez damsel. And this guy fought hard. When I got a first look at him, I thought he was going to be some sort of a porgy, but it's not. Little Panamic Sergeant Major damselfish. Got him. Another Cortez damsel. Alright, so as the sun is going down, this might be our last fish of the day, because it's going to get too dark soon. I want to get off of these rocks. But yeah, I don't know if these guys just weren't biting earlier, or if they just came in as the tide's been coming in. But they were not around at the start of the session. But now the last 15 minutes or so, we got 2 of those guys, I think, and 1 Panamic Sergeant. So let's keep flipping this little gulp around. See if we can get maybe 1 more before the sun sets. Alright guys, so that's going to do it, and I am very happy that I came out here and didn't just stay at the house hotel thingy that I'm staying at. It's a cabana, I guess that's what you could call it. But yeah, I was going to just spend the night in there hanging out, and after I found out I didn't catch a new species this morning, I wanted to come out here and try to catch a new species, and I wanted to test out those gulp, and both were a success. So one of the species, we got a grouper of some type, and we got a drum of some kind. Of course, pending ID, both of those will be new species. And I have to say pending ID because this morning I thought I had a new one too. But pending ID, it ended up not being a new species. So we should have those 2 new ones. And then this gulp thingy, the gulp strip. I've never seen them before. I saw them at Walmart right before I came over here. And I decided to bring them with me because you never know when you're not going to be able to get bait. And these worked really, really well today. I didn't get as many bites as I have been getting when I've been using natural, just frozen shrimp. Could be part because of what I'm using, could also be part because of the tide and the time of day and that sort of thing. So I still got to test these out a little bit more, but I am very pleased with them. We did end up getting several different species on it, had a fairly moderate amount of action, and I've always felt that these artificial baits, whether it's the gulp, the fish bites, what other company makes them, power bait, all these kind of artificial baits, I always think they're a pretty good like second alternative to like the real stuff. I still think I would rather use shrimp. The one really good benefit about these is that they stay on the hook better than natural bait. Shrimp gets picked clean really easily. Even something tougher like squid still gets picked clean a lot easier than these gold products and fish bites and whatnot. So really good second alternative, but I think the natural stuff is still better. But I can't complain because we got 2 new species today, pending ID of course. So hope you guys like this little evening session here. It's still Christmas, so Merry Christmas, even though by the time you're watching this it's going to be like July or August or something. But hope you guys liked it, and I will see you guys next time.